Dogecoin, in my opinion, had kind of a illogical sell-off. Now, technically, looking at the price action, I'm not surprised to see that we are seeing the price of Doge coming down just from a technical standpoint. But the reason that Dogecoin is falling right now is because of some of the big headlines happening regarding Elon Musk and Doge. Not the coin, but the Department of Government Efficiency. And unfortunately, the two are kind of getting conflated right now, I think causing fear for Dogecoin holders and for the Dogecoin chart. So I want to talk to you guys about what comes next for Doge, what I'm seeing in the technicals, and breaking down exactly why this news story has caused maybe a little bit of a sell-off for Doge. In addition to that, we did see $800 million worth of long liquidations causing a little bit of a sell-off in crypto overall. So there's a little bit to explore in this video. Stick around to the end. Let's get into it, guys. Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Crypto Kip. Tap the like, subscribe to the channel. If you want to do some trading on Doge, this has been a good opportunity, and you could trade on Blowfin. You could sign up using our link down below. When you look at the price action for Dogecoin, I want to show you guys, I've had this drawn for a while. There's this large horizontal wedge on these, further apart blue lines, but I've also just had this very simple trend line here that I've been looking at, just as we've kind of seen Doge kind of bounce here, and now here, and possibly somewhere in this area. I'm going to get rid of those circles just so we're not getting a little confused. But I've had this red circle drawn on this trend line for a while just because Bitcoin dominance is still climbing. We're still seeing altcoins show a little bit of weakness versus Bitcoin. We still have some tariff uncertainty, and this is a very logical technical level for Dogecoin to come down to. Does it have to come down to these levels? No. But I was in a short position that actually already took some profit out of. But up here, I could have rode this position down, but I like to get kind of in and out of trades pretty quickly. I don't really like to go for these long week by week or month by month swing trades. Personally, I like to kind of do trades that happen, 2 hours or 10 hours, maybe 24 hours kind of at most is kind of how I like to stay in these trades, set my stop losses accordingly. So I am open to the idea, and I've been open to the idea of Doge coming down to this 15-cent level, and at the very worst, Dogecoin would come down to 6 or 7 cents, but I don't necessarily think we're going to go down to that level for Doge. You also got to take into account that Bitcoin hit a new high just recently, about a week ago, and we have now come down for Bitcoin a whopping 6.5%. At one point, it was down 8% almost from its highs. So Dogecoin falling along with Bitcoin trickling down a little bit, all that makes sense. But the biggest news story, I think, today causing Dogecoin to fall down, I think, is this. You see, the president and Elon Musk did a press conference the other day at the White House, and the news is that Elon Musk is stepping down from the head of Doge. People react strongly in markets, especially in the crypto markets. And when we saw the Doge committee come out, that was a bullish event for Doge, and it did cause a little bit of spike in the price action. Not tremendously, but there was some news where there was some volatility to the upside when the Doge committee was officially announced. Now, as Elon Musk is stepping down as the head of the Doge committee, whether you like the Doge committee or not, it was kind of a bullish thing having a Department of Government Efficiency and having Elon Musk as the head of it for Doge. That's my opinion, not financial advice. And now as Elon is stepping down, it's a little bit of a bearish event in my opinion. But that's not it, guys. And keep in mind, the president said Musk will always be with us, helping all the way. This is what he wrote on Truth Social, the president. But he's stepping down. That's not the only reason it came down. I think the other large reason that it came down is, again, crypto liquidations happened. We had $800 million in liquidations. And what is at the top of the headlines? Well, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Ethereum. Dogecoin comes before Ethereum in this article headline. It is one of the biggest altcoins in this crypto market. I think Dogecoin is going to still grow spectacularly in this market. Don't get me wrong, guys. I don't think it's going to do 100x or 200x, okay? I don't think that it's realistic to be talking about a 200x move for Dogecoin in this cycle. Maybe one day in the future, it can go way up. But right now, Dogecoin sitting at about 19 cents. If you want it to go to $1, that's only a 5x from here, okay? It's possible. When you look at the market cap for Dogecoin today, let's take a peek at it. You'll see that Dogecoin's currently sitting, again, at 20 cents, just under 20 cents, at a $28 billion market cap. If it goes up to 100 billion in market cap, that is almost a dollar. Okay, so you want to see it at a dollar, you need to see it about $125 billion market cap. A little bit over that is what you're going to need to see that dollar Dogecoin. Is that possible? Well, there is still the Dogecoin ETF coming, despite the fact that Elon is stepping down as the head of Doge. That's not the most important thing for Dogecoin. But I know the markets like to react as if it is something very important. Now, Dogecoin's down 15% over the last 7 days because Dogecoin's selling off, but also because we have this not so positive headline with Doge making the news and Elon stepping down. It's causing fear. What do I think as I see these sell-offs for Doge? Well, I think it's a buying opportunity personally because I believe that we will see higher prices for Doge in the future. I believe that we could see a dollar or maybe even a $2 Dogecoin in this bull market. I think that Doge could do over a 10x in this cycle, which would get us to that $2 mark. The ETF is coming. This is all good news. But I also want to acknowledge that there is volatility, which is why I think it's a good coin to trade. There's so much volatility on this coin. And if you guys want to trade, you can sign up using our link down below. I'm going to continue to trade Dogecoin personally. Now, for price action, here's Bitcoin. Came through support, which I was looking at 104. Maybe now looking at a potential rejection. If Bitcoin does fall lower down to 99K again, which is certainly possible. We have the tariff news that's not so positive. Maybe that was a little bit of an over-exaggerated, fearful sell-off, and now we're going to recover back up. That's possible. But if Bitcoin does fall lower, Dogecoin could come down to my target at about 15.5 cents. And my worst case scenario at about, 8 or 7 cents comes if Bitcoin falls down below 100K again. Are we going to see that? I think that we're looking at more so of a bull market from here on out. We are getting closer to the Fed potentially cutting rates later this year. And if you've been paying attention to this channel and the content we've been putting out, one of the most important things for Bitcoin and risk on assets, especially altcoins, is we need to see two things. One, inflation fears to kind of go away. So tariffs need to kind of go away and we need to see resolve with that. Two, and they kind of go hand in hand, is we need to see the Fed cut rates. Why? Again, because when the Fed cuts rates, typically that is a bullish catalyst for risk on assets. It makes money cheaper to borrow, which allows investors to go pursue more risk on assets. And that historically has been the catalyst for an altcoin season. You want Dogecoin to go up? You need an altcoin season. And those are some of the main catalysts to do it. Doge came down because Bitcoin fell. Elon stepping down as the head of Doge. But does that mean that's the end for Doge? No. I think it's still quite a beautiful opportunity for this bull market. That's my personal opinion. Again, not financial advice, but we're going to keep the crypto content coming because we love crypto. We do 5 videos every day for you guys. So if you like the content, subscribe, smash a like on your way out. 2 videos here if you want to check them out. DCA, HODL. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.